All right, here we go. Here we go. Review for this movie, Rebecca, another Netflix flick. It is called. Well, it's already told you what it's called. It's about a young newlywed arrives at her husband's imposing family estate on windswept English coast and finds herself battling the shadow of his first wife, Rebecca, whose legacy lives on in the house long after her death. This is the remake of Alfred Hitchcock's original Rebecca that came out in 1940, I believe. This one stars Lily James and Armie Hammer, and it has a lot of other veteran actors out there. To be quite honest with you, Ann Dowd plays one of the crazier motherfuckers that Lily James works for in the beginning of the movie. Then I would say Kristen Scott. What's the rest of this? Give me a second. Kristen Scott Thomas. She plays the maid who really runs the household, but also is setting Lily James' character up for failure. And it was also directed by Ben Wheatley, who directed Free Fire with Armie Hammer once again and Brie Larson. I think that came out 2016, 2015. It was a A24 indie flick. It was a really cool flick, really cool action flick. Yeah, character driven. This movie, he directed some really beautiful shots and the costumes. For me, the costumes was what really stood out. The costumes and the editing and the pacing of it is what really stood out to me. The pacing could have improved quite a bit. The editing, you know, yeah. Sometimes it felt like it dragged. Other times it felt, it was an interesting flick. The stuff that I was interested in, I would have loved for them to dive in more. But I guess there was a reason to it, and I saw that at the end of the film when it was wrapped up, of course. It's a cool flick. It's pretty solid. It's nothing, it's nothing I haven't seen before. It's a cool suspense movie. Yeah, mystery and suspense. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. It was definitely entertaining. I was definitely invested on what was going to happen and where the story was going to take place, and it was very surprising on where it went. I tell you that for sure. And yeah, Lily James and Kristen Scott's Thomas, her character, their back and forth and their cat and mouse is really intriguing. That really takes the Kristen Scott Thomas's performance really elevates the movie for me. She definitely brings more than what was probably in the script, and you could possibly tell just from her presence, the way she delivers, even when she doesn't speak, just her just her body language and the looks that she could give to Lily James' character. I mean, she owns the fucking scene anytime she's in the movie. The movie just snaps out of its formulaic kind of pacing, and it really does sort of keeps you invested. Kind of kept me on the edge of my seat of what she was going to do. It almost feels like she comes off as a serial killer, but of course she's not. But yeah, she had like a menacing quality to her character that really stood out. Armie Hammer, he had some good moments here and there. I really like him as an actor. I really do think that he's ever since Social Network and playing the twins. Was it Winklevoss twins? I believe. Yeah. Ever since then, man, I've been a huge fan. And he was supposed to be our Batman. In case you guys never knew, he's supposed to be our Batman in a Justice League movie that never got made. He's a fantastic actor. I just think that he was kind of underused in this case. He had moments where he had time to shine, but he wasn't given enough to I didn't feel like he was given a fully fledged character. I feel like more he was just the vehicle to kind of give Lily James's lead character something to work with and to kind of keep the plot moving forward in a way. Lily James is innocent. She's vulnerable. Her character makes surprising choices, says things that really threw me off. I didn't see where her character was going to go to the end. That was kind of surprising, but she brings a vulnerability. She brings an innocence to the role that really makes you care. Even though her decision making is poor, it kind of it kind of irritated me a little bit, but you know, she's such a sweetheart. She's so yeah, I can't think of another word, innocent, that, you know, it made you kind of root for her. It made you kind of like, okay, you know, I hope nothing bad happens, and I hope, yeah, I hope it works out. Yeah, the movie was okay. I'd give it a six. Yeah, I'd give it a six, maybe seven ish, 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, it was solid. You know, costuming is great. The locations are great. The cinematography was pretty damn cool at times. At times it was really nice. Stands out. The pacing in certain scenes, the way they had like a horror element, mystery, suspense element to it, that was really when the movie got going to me. But yeah, I give it a 6 out of 10. The actors look good. Yeah, the directing was fine. The editing was fine. The pacing I had some problems with, but yeah, it was a cool watch. It's a cool watch. I'm definitely gonna check out the original from Alfred Hitchcock, one of the greats. So yeah, give it a check out, man. It's on Netflix. I know you got time, so take your time. All right.